smile, and laugh. And between the ages of 1 and 2, the baby begins to learn how to walk and ask questions. And finally, between the ages of 3 and 5, the baby starts to ask bigger ones, because the baby is now a child, and the child is ready to learn. Nothing can turn into something in only 4 years, and the world can change drastically along with it. On my first day of high school, I couldn't get my locker open. I walked with my head held down through the senior hallway of the old building on Pratt. My dad drove me to and from school every day. I rarely had a sip of coffee. I was shorter by exactly 2 inches. And my teeth were a little more crooked. And at the same time, a group of men shot their way into the Charlie Hebdo offices in Paris. And days later went on to hold 4 people hostage at a kosher grocery store. Worshippers were murdered at a church in Charleston purely for believing in something. I remember hearing those things, fearing those things, but I went on because what else does a 15-year-old do? And sophomore year, I inherited the white Subaru that I had been longing for years. I developed an unhealthy and rather expensive addiction to Starbucks, and I struggled through my first AP class. I also began to rely on my friends and their parents to host a stray teenager from Deerfield, and although I thanked them profusely, I felt horribly at the same time. So while I was feeling bad for eating my friend's family's food, a music festival in Las Vegas was horribly ruined by a man who decided to open fire and kill 58 people. Groups of neo-Nazis and white supremacists marched in Virginia while chanting, "Jews will not replace us," as if we were trying to. All of this, and I put on my Adidas Superstars every morning, and I went on. These patterns continued. I lost sleep. People lost lives. I got inches. People got trauma. 2 years passed, and here I am. But in the meantime, Thousand Oaks, Parkland, Pittsburgh, Christchurch, Poway, the violence in Chicago 45 minutes from my home that doesn't even make the news. Saying this, I know that I am forgetting many. The meantime is what we need to worry about. When we are rushing from appointment to appointment, from home to work to school to home, things are happening around the world. Lives are changing, lives are ending, while we are moving, and time cannot truly heal all wounds. So how has the world changed in 4 years? I can speak for myself, and I can say that I, Ruby Grant, have started drinking coffee. I started driving, and I've learned some things in school. But unfortunately, I've also become accustomed to opening my phone after Shabbos, or to go call my mom, and seeing tragedy. Turning on the news and hearing murder. But like the child growing year by year, I am becoming restless, and I am beginning to ask bigger questions. And my biggest question, my question desperately awaiting an answer, is, has the world really changed at all? And how can we, in these next 4 years, stop moving, stop time, and actually change it?